So another passenger I just had, she was probably an Instagram model or something, I don't know, but she just gave that off. She gave off mean girl energy to me. And so when she put her stuff in my trunk, she because I got a couple of things back there, so she kind of made a look or whatever. But then it was maybe about a good 3 to 4 minute ride. When she get in the car, she's on the phone, but she didn't say hello. I think that's very rude. But again, I'm just here to get my money. I'm not judging nobody, but I do take notice of certain things. And so as we ride and she's on the phone or whatever, but then when we pull up, I popped the trunk for her to get her things out the trunk. And she just took her stuff, left my trunk door wide open. But let me tell you how good God is. And this is why I be telling y'all, people act a certain way in front of other people that they feel like they need to impress, which is fake. And then they, when you're around them, they show their true feelings towards you. They cannot hide it. So she gets out the car, just take her bag. She was going to a cosmetology school. So she took her stuff and she left my trunk wide open. And I'm pretty sure that was her professor, because it was a small school, so it don't look like it's a whole lot of students that go there. She left the trunk wide open, and an older lady, gray hair, she looked very mature, so I'm gonna say she probably was her instructor. And she looked at me because I got out the car. I had to hurry up because I was on my way to my next client. So I get out the car to do it manually because it wasn't working right here. And the instructor looked at me, and then she looked at her as she was walking in. But the funny part about the whole thing is that the girl didn't even see that her instructor saw the whole thing. So it just brings home my point of how people act a certain way in front of certain people that they feel like they need to impress. That's a red light. I ain't gonna do it. They feel like they need to impress certain people, so they act real nice, real like, oh yeah, hi, and all of that. But then when they're by themselves, their real true feeling, that inner, it comes out. Those inner thoughts, it comes out in the way that they talk, the way that the things that they choose to say, the verbiage they use, it comes out in their demeanor, and it definitely comes out in their energy. Like, energy does not lie. I tell y'all that all the time. Energy never lies. So it's multiple reasons why people act a certain way. So I'm not saying, because I look at life, I try to make it a practice to look at life from a full spectrum. So I never try to just say, yeah, that's what this is and that's final and this is going to dictate how I treat you or view you. I try to consider all aspects, but I still pay attention to how people, how they move. Oh, thank you. How they move or whatever. So yeah, just treat people good. Just because you think you better than somebody, which is stupid, or just because you think you have more or you should have more, you think this person has more than what you have, which most times is not the case. So just treat people better. Like, stop being in front of certain people and acting a certain way and putting on, but then when you behind closed doors, your real attitude comes out, and that's some stuff that you need to address. And I don't know. I just thought that was really cool how God did that, because a lot of times people would think you let stuff slide just because you don't say anything. But I myself, I'm a natural rectifier. So just that, like, gotta be getting ready to bless you. And then he'll send somebody around you like me, whose teeth might look a certain way, their hair is a certain way, their speech is a certain way, they might come off a certain way to you. Based off a limited perspective that you have on life, you will look at somebody a certain way, and then God is paying very close attention to how you handle that person. Because again, it's easy to be a good person when you feel good about yourself, but it's very difficult to hold and be like uphold that standard of morale and be a good person when your feelings get involved. A chick earlier got in here and didn't even tip me, and I'm not saying I expect tips, but based off the level of conversation and things that you say that you've done, and you can kind of tell that a person can afford a $5-10 tip. And I'm not saying that you have to tip, but it does show your class, your level of class. It really does.